In Transit today takes a look at the price at the pumps. I think Quebecers have been seeing some good news of late, a significant drop in the price of gas. But, listen, I got this note from a listener. This is what someone said to me. Gas was $1.52 on the 440 yesterday. Today, it's $1.75. Thanks for ruining a good thing. Now, I just checked up. I'm looking at one of these websites that tells you the price that is reported by people like you. I'm seeing Ultramar in Saint Laurent, 146.9. I'm seeing that at a Costco in Anjou. They're 146.9. Ultramar on the South Shore, 149.9. So I think the good times are still rolling on the gas price front. But let's go to a man that has the information we need. Dan McTeague is president at Canadians for Affordable Energy. Hi, Dan. How you doing?
Elias, it's so good to talk to you today, especially on a good news story for a change.
Oh, yeah. So it is good news. I didn't jinx anything. We're not back up to 175. Give me the scoop here. What's the story?
Last year we were 182.9. So you're down 24 cents a liter on average.
Wow.
A lot of $58.9, $59.9 is, the standard number. But, what happens is in the afternoon is that the gas price tends to fall about 7, 8, 9, even 10 cents a liter. So you are seeing the 147s, 146s, where gas stations are willing to, really sharpen their pencils and get more customers in. That way, they get a little bit of a bigger discount from their supplier, the refiner. And so, this is really the result of what's happened the past year. Oil has dropped about $22 a barrel. This time last year, 87, $88 a barrel. Today, 66, 67. So we're really benefiting from what energy markets are perhaps suggesting in the short term is that we're looking at a recession. At least they're interpreting numbers globally as being rather negative and pessimistic.
And that's when you say the price of a barrel of oil has dropped. Almost like, well, why is that happening? So there's just worries. The worries is the recession is coming, and that's leading to a cooling in demand.
That's correct. And it's really hard to figure out because if you're in the business of supplying, producing, or refining, oil or natural gas or any of these commodities, you're sort of saying to yourself, wait a minute, demand is still pretty strong. We've increased demand to about 103 million barrels globally every year. We're only able to supply about 102 million barrels. So we're looking at a bit of a shortfall. But the folks that really run the show as far as determining what price is going to be are money managers and hedgers. Think here of Goldman Sachs and the likes who have very large positions, invest on behalf of tens of millions of people, trillions of dollars. They tend to make the decision pretty much universally, and it applies that they think that there is a problem on the horizon, and they're actually betting that way, suggesting that energy prices could continue to drop. I don't think that's the case, but, Elias, before we even get that far down the road, Sunday to Wednesday, we switched from more expensive to make summer blend of gasoline to winter blend gasoline. And that really means that there's a net decrease coming of at least 4 to 5 cents a liter if you can hold off. If you don't like $1.58.9 or $1.48.9, take 5 cents off that at your favorite station, and you're going to find that it'll be a little bit more easy to manage.
So let me ask you this, right? Because I'm now the listeners, they're chiming in, they're sending me notes what the gas prices they're seeing. Of course, across the border in Hawkesbury in Ontario, a little bit cheaper, $1.38 according to Abby in Hawkesbury. But get a load of this, Stan. I got another listener. Remember I said 172 off the top here from a listener. Now I have another listener that says, Elias, at the Esso in Chamonix, right, the 174.9. So is that location just saying, hey, you know what, let's just put it up, people don't know, and charge it? What's happening when you see a disparity of 20, 30 cents on the same day? Well, that's not usual.
Yeah, they're hoping that people don't really notice and don't really know what the real price is. If you're in the Montreal area, 158, 159 seems to be the top end. Anything above that is just a retailer taking advantage of consumers. Now, of course, consumers are smart. Just don't shop at these places. They're actually posting, not the 174. They're actually should change that, knock that out and say, please don't shop here. Because that's frankly what they're saying. That's insane. I mean, they know the wholesale price didn't go up 14, 15 cents a liter. They know that it takes 8 or 9 cents a liter to turn on your pumps. And that, to honor credit cards and to honor loyalty programs, that is paid by the gas station. That's 8, 9, 10 cents a liter. But 20, 22 cents a liter, come on, give your heads a shake.
Okay, so the change to the blend, the winter blends, the economic things that you mentioned. Right now, you're projecting here some good times gas price wise, at least the short medium term.
Yes, I think at least the next couple of weeks we can pretty much remain confident the prices aren't going to go crazy. Even markets are ignoring things like, for instance, Hurricane Francine, which came up here in the CJAD weather announcement earlier. It's not having much of an impact, even though half of the U.S. production comes off that and has been affected. Markets just don't care. They think that demand is not going to be very strong, and that going forward, these prices, at least for the next month or so, should remain relatively stable to the downside.
Ladies and gentlemen, shop around. I get this note. Couche-Tard in Beaconsfield, 152.9.
There you go.
And then another listener in Bromont, north of here, in Bromont, in 169.9. What a weird situation. You got to shop around today.
I'm going to get a new business, Elias. It's going to be setting up these posters so that I can give a gas station saying, please don't shop here. We're not interested in your business. We don't like customers or something like that. I think I could make a killing in Montreal.
Make a good living. Okay, last question here, Dan, on the fun side of things. What about waiting in line at Costco for gas to save some money? Do you do that? How does Costco get the 2 cents off from maybe everyone else? And is it worth it? The 10-minute wait in the lineup.
I don't think it's worth it, but it's the volume discounts that they get the discount from the refiner from. Because they can move more volumes than average gas stations, they always get a bit of a discount. And you multiply that by, dozens of retail stores that they have across, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto. They can often get advantages that no one else can get. Remember, refineries run 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. And sometimes when demand drops, they still have to produce. So they like somebody who can move a bit of fuel for them, and that's the advantage that Costco has. Mm-hmm. Some larger retailers do the same thing too. But generally speaking, to wait in line for a service to save 2 cents a liter on something I had to pay a loyalty card for, $80, whatever it is a year, I don't think is worth it. I don't often do it.
Dan, listen, always great talking to you. Thanks so much. We'll catch up again soon.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Elias.
Dan McTeague right there, president at Canadians for Affordable Energy. And by the way, keep those comments coming. $1.44 in Pancor. What I just told you in the Eastern Townships in Bromont, 169.9. Man, what a disparity from Hawkesbury to Laval. Big changes. So you just heard from Dan what the price should be around. Look for those good gas prices.